everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Happy Thursday. Welcome to May the 23rd. I'm Hazel. This is Kira, kitty cat, and we're ready to start another remix stream. I want to thank Perk for a 60-month resub. Thank you very much. That's 60 with a 60, holy smokes. And Penguin Queen with a 38-month resub. Good morning, Hazel. Have a beautiful day. Thank you very, very much. Hi, streamer. Hi. Hi, streamer. Hi. It's the real creator over here. How you guys doing? Yeah, we got Twitch drops up until the end of the month. And I am very excited to see just how far I can take. Oh, thanks, sweetie. Just how far I can get. Where'd she go? There she is. What's she doing at the bottom of the list down here? Squidgy. In one stream yesterday, we made it from 10 to 39. And today I want to see if we can maybe do 70. Although, if I'm being honest, I'm having a moment right now where I want to find a different hunter pet, but I don't know what. Maybe I should look at that before I get started, before we log in. Let me see. Let me show you how I usually browse for hunter pets. As far as I know, they don't have a way for me to filter by like expansion zone. You can filter to like Wrath Classic or Original Classic. You can look at the new Dragonflight pets, but I don't think they have like a button anywhere where I can specifically see things that are like Pandaria exclusive looks. But what I can do is I can filter to families. So if I want to find like a tenacity pet or a ferocity pet or a cunning pet. Honestly, I don't think I'm too fussed about the breed of the pet because A, it's remix. We're overpowered anyways. You're either going to move faster, get more leech, or get more health. All of those seem like a good idea. I was talking to Kira. Hi, Hazel. Good morning to you. You can filter by zone. Find pets. Tameable looks gallery, maybe? Where do I filter by zone? That's what I want to know. Oh, maybe here. Okay. So I could go... I'd have to do it one Pandaria zone at a time, but I could see like everything available in the Jade Forest. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, there's parrots out there. Well, I wanted something panda-ish. There's certainly plenty of tigers, but that's what I had to begin with. I'm pretty sure I still have the tiger they start you with. What about Crassarang Wilds? Try using search pet, then checking filters. Thank you. It'd be fun to breed some pets and then use them as a hunter, trying to get different kinds of colors. Meet Fluffykins McMeatballs, fourth of his name. I'm looking for Crassarang. Oh, maybe Valley of the Four Winds, actually. There's an awful lot of zones in this game. You don't really think about it until you see them in a big old drop-down list. There are... Oh yeah, I forgot you could get them manted. There's certainly birds. There's seagulls. There's crabs. There are foxes. I feel like there's something to be said for the goat. They're cunning pets. Cupcake Chaos, thank you for the 42-month resub. Hi, Hazel. It's been too long. Hope you are doing well. Thank you very, very much. Morning, Hazel, Kira, and chat. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi, sweetie. I am browsing. I'm shopping. I'm pet shopping. I could get a yak. Yaks are tenacity. Yaks are great. I'm a fan of this model. That's pretty cute. That's a pretty good hunter pet. There's I'm not so much needing the Mushan, although it is a ferocity pet. And it's certainly a Pandaria kind of thing that you don't see all the time. The other thing I could do is I could filter. Oh, hang on. Results. Oh, for heaven's sake, they paged them. Oh, I probably missed some on the first page because I didn't notice that. Okay. And then there's flies. I'm certain I could filter this again. And then, of course, cranes or tenacity. That's a very panda thing, too. Oh, you can get the silkworms? You can get a silkworm? Oh, that's cool. Okay, but they're both tenacity. I don't need a yak and a silkworm. That's hard. You might not think it's hard because this one is big and fluffy and this one is a worm, but can only be used by beast mastery hunters. I'm a beast mastery hunter. Hello. Hey, how you doing? All right, let me check back to the first one. Let's go back to the Jade Forest where we were. Hi. Hi, sweetie. And I'm going to check the other pages. I didn't notice that there was multiples. Don't mind her. Speaking to her people. Okay. So yeah, there's cats, couple of moths, couple of porcupines. There are snakes. Serpents are cunning pets. You've got some pythons, you've got some shell spiders. You can do a spirit beast if you wanted. The spectral porcupine. I think I've done that before. Snapping turtles, fireflies, of course there's water striders. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world to have a little bit of extra survivability for, I don't know, times in raid when you feel like you're gonna die, I suppose. Cranes are great as well, but I feel like this is just so cool. That's so different. Oh yeah, look at all that. There's all kinds of them. There's all kinds of different colors of them. You can get, so those are spawned. You can get, the bookworm, which is this color. I don't know. I kind of like the red one. Anyways, we're not finished with zones yet. We go back and we check maybe the Kunlai Summit. That's where I was questing. Let's search that. There's only 2 pages of pets from there. A couple of birds. The eagle is the one that I have right now. It's a variety of goats. A ferocity pet. I mean, I don't really need lust. I have drums. Also, it doesn't seem like there's very many. There's Mushans. Oh, Quillins are tenacity. Interesting. Yeah, there's not that many like unique kind of Pandaria-esque ferocity pets. The yaks are really cute. I can tell this is going well. We also have what? Tamlong Steppes and then the Dread Wastes. Oh, also I didn't check Krasarang yet, although I'm sure that it's just a bunch of crocodiles and stuff. Let me see. Krasarang Wilds. Cute sprite darter pets if you can tame them. I doubt that I can. It doesn't sound like the kind of thing that I've done. Okay, birdies, tigers, crabs. And then you get some moths. Some good snake colors. I do like snakes in the abstract when they're not, you know, on me. Some good wasps. Those are ferocity, actually. That's kind of a... Why does it have a stinger on the front and the back? I can't do it. What's on page 3? More cranes. All right. Toonlung Steppes and Dread Wastes are the last 2 zones to check here before I just commit to getting myself a wormy or a yak. Haven't decided. Hi, how you doing? You sleep okay? Accessorizing. Danger noodles. All right, we've got more basilisks in this zone. There's a hyena. If I wanted a hyena pet, that's available. You've got cloud serpents, which are ferocity, but they're lesser dragonkin. I would be able to maybe do the rep on that character. I mean, I guess I could try and tame one and find out if I'm allowed, but I don't know. That's a little too Pandaria. That's pretty on the nose. Yeah, I like these caterpillars. 25 to 35. Maybe I'll go look for one of those because there's a bunch of different colors of them. Do I like any of them in particular? There's yellow, there's pink, there's green, or there's like this one with the spots, little eyes on it. That one looks a little bit too much like a sushi that I've eaten. This is cute. That's very like the very hungry caterpillar. That's got to be the one that we want. So we can get those as spotted caterpillars in the Toonlung Steppes, and that is located all over the place. All right, I'm going to go get one of those first, and then I'm going to message Flabby and see about doing some questing or some Heart of Fear or something. But first things first, I simply must get a pet. Did you see news? Glyph of Shadows now available on a vendor. I did see. It's not at all too late. I finished my remix mount grind. Already have all the old mounts going in, bought all the new remix mounts, plus the Veil achievement mount. Nice. The green one looks like the WoW edition of that caterpillar Pokemon. playing Remix properly today. Just finished Jade Forest, moved into Valley of the Four Winds. Really enjoying it, actually. It's been so fun. I've been having so much fun playing Remix. Oh man, I'm so fast. I'm so fast. This is so silly. Let's just kind of pop along this way. Yeah, kind of like a Caterpie. Oh, because yeah, we're currently at 39. The cloak buff mine is at 195%. But I also want to ultimately work my way towards getting the achievements that give you like the rings and necks and trinket and stuff. And I think it's the neck specifically that needs me to do all the panda raids and at least normal. So doing another raid would be a good idea for that because I'm going to want to do it anyway. So we were talking about maybe Heart of Fear, but first things first. I know I'll be going a little slower, but you know, if I have a tenacity pet, I'll have a lovely survivability cooldown, a little extra health. Extra health never hurt a hunter. That sentence almost didn't survive. Don't hang. Oh, those are not orbs. Those are fireflies. So I need to double check my map one more time. I was headed a few different spots, kind of around here. They're called spotted caterpillars, despite the fact that not all of them are spotted. Oh, we should track them. If we track beasts, that'll help. So I'm right kind of on top of this tree. I want to just sort of zoom around the area. Are those them? Spotted caterpillars. Yeah. Oh, they're tiny. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. So these are the guys that I'm after, except that I want a different color. So in the spirit of WoW, I must kill these ones so that they may respawn in a color that is acceptable to me. This is truly the animal-loving hunter way. That's a painted stag. Can you spot the spotted caterpillar? Is Reddit ever happy? I mean, if I know anything, it's that happiness does not get clicks. Oh, there we go. In the same way as outrage does. So, you know, that happens. I'll just dismiss this. I've got enough pet slots. We can keep the eagle around in case we want to go fast. And then I'm not even going to trap it. I'm just going to do this. Denoria, thank you for the 16-month resub. Having fun. I am having fun. Oh, it got bigger. It got bigger. Also, it's been webbed. Oh my goodness. Also, I didn't even think about this, but of course, Squidgy needs a worm. His name is Harold. All right, I'm happy. My Hearthstone will take me to... Actually, if I'm going to Heart of Fear anyway, I may as well stay in this zone. Wait. There we go. That's a big worm. There we go. Hi. I'm going to turn hunter tracking off because it's triggering my deep-seated need to pick herbs that I can't do. I'm going to give lead. I'm going to maybe head over, see if I can look for the raid entrance. Have you seen this cat? Her chin is very warm. I'm trying to hold my arm very still because she seems comfy. Although, I don't think I can keep this up for long. Can the worm dragon ride? No. Hi, sweetie. I know. This is no way to raid, though. My legs are crossed. I'm twisted. Hang on. Hold on. Let's see if we can square up. I know. I'm so sorry. Is it right there? See if you can be in the shot. I think my gear is in good shape. I'm pretty sure I dealt with that before I logged off at the end of yesterday. The raid's in this zone, right? Or is it down here? I actually don't know. I thought it was by a big tree. This looks vaguely right. That's how I raid shrimp posture. Handing in my notice today? 18 years? Coming to an end. My goodness, that's a long time. For a brief moment, I thought this was your way of saying that this is your 18th birthday, and that you are graduating from streamers, and now that you are legally an adult, you must move on to watching the grown-up stream. Don't mind me. Thanks, Captain Jack Frost. Yeah, I've had my tattoos for a good bit. I love me a good sweater. I'm starting to think the raid's in the other zone. Don't mind me. Are we eligible for any other raids? Thank goodness I'm not 18 again. I couldn't. Oh, there we go. We made it. Yeah, maybe it's down this way. Listen, I don't always make it into the left half of Pandaria. Normally when I was leveling, I would do a lot of this, maybe a little bit of this. I would always be done well before I got to these parts. I've done these zones like once for Lore Master, and that was it. There is a raid over here. Fancy that. 18 again in the old times would be awesome. Oh, man. I would only go back and be 18 again if I could do it with my 32-year-old brain. And even then, I don't know if I would want any of that. That's a lot of life to do all over again. Okay. I love Harold. This is my favorite hunter pet that I've tamed in a long time. He got so much bigger. Sometimes you'll tame a nice big pet and then it'll shrink down to your size. And sometimes your pet looks like you could comfortably sleep in it as a sleeping bag. Imagine you would have to interact with 18-year-olds with 18-year-old brains, though. Yeah, that is a thing. Exhausting. I was reflecting at one point on when I was that kind of age. I was spending time around older people, and I don't know how on earth they put up with me, because I'm like, I mean, I'm always fun, but I was a lot. It was a lot of teenager energy for a long time. Imagine using the thing that makes pets huge on Harold. Is there a version of that for hunter pets? I know that you can do it to companion pets. That comment gave me Star Wars Tauntaun flashbacks. Oh, Hazel, I'm always fun at e-games. Yeah. That's why we're here. It's 99% fun and 1% existential dread. You want to know what thing I shouldn't be worrying about that I started worrying about yesterday? Was I was looking into, despite the fact that I'm not beginning, I was looking into the various parts of the home buying process and looking at like tips for buyers and things to watch out for and things that can go wrong and the biggest regrets that people have after and whatnot. And I have just about freaked myself out enough to want to not ever get out of bed again. There are so many different like stages to the process and like different professionals and like lack of transparency and just waiting for things to happen and like waiting for people to get back to you and like, oh, I know it's ranked fairly highly on the lists of things that are stressful in life to go through, but my goodness. Okay, I don't need that button. Are you wearing a Murloc? Yes. I mean, I am a Murloc. You guys getting raids as 2 DPS so easily. Yesterday, I swear we applied for like 9, 12 groups. And we were applying for like a while. I tamed a whole pet. I went and found an eagle and was doing a whole thing. There is a Warlock that is absolutely hard carrying. Squidgy and Squonky on raid frames next to each other. What an iconic duo. One thing I learned on the internet is watching out for HOA properties. Don't ever touch these. The thing that they fail to say in those lists, though, is what if you're looking at properties and you're like, okay, I want a freehold property, which means that it doesn't have an HOA or a strata in Canada. And then you realize that they cost $1 million. And then you could get like a strata property that's maybe like conjoined housing or whatever, and it's not without its own costs, but maybe those start at like $400,000. And you're like, I don't have $1 million. You know, it's like, there's a lot of things that are easy to say, oh, don't do this, but then it's not that simple in an actual real life housing market. A great deal of housing in Canada, particularly around cities, is strata housing. And you are, you better be, I don't know, rich. You better be real rich if you want to go and get something that does not have that. Just purchased our house a few months ago. Can confirm you sit in the dark for a lot of the process. I think I'll survive, but I think it's gonna be ugly when it does come time. But you know, I'm jealous of people right now that have like already gotten through it and they like have the house, because that's like the dream, is that because you have like a place that you live and you're like, this is my place that I live, that I'm building equity in. Haha. Buying a home is stressful, not rich enough to worry about it. I was reading about like different things that they can find in like home inspections and different like conditions that people will like put on offers, or I don't know, just lots of different things to worry about that I really don't need to be worrying about right now. Not on this Thursday. I have a variety of things in between me and that. If I like trip and fall into a couple $1 million before then, maybe I don't have to worry about an HOA. Or strata, so to speak. Although if I literally tripped and physically fell into like $1 million, I would be less excited and more concerned that I was in the beginning of like a mob movie. Because that's never good news. That doesn't ever end up well for you or your kneecaps. Like it's just not good. HOA or strata properties are properties where you are purchasing the building, and sometimes they're conjoined and sometimes they're standalone like a regular house, but there is shared ownership in land that is like shared ownership and shared financial responsibility for something. So in a condo building, that might be something like the elevator and the common spaces and the front area, and you would pay regular fees for the upkeep of those things. There are also bare land stratas or HOAs where it's just like a regular neighborhood of houses, but they're all under like this community where you'll pay X amount of money. And sometimes that money is for like landscaping and snow removal, and sometimes it is for nothing. Or, you know, like these councils that manage them are made out of the homeowners, which sometimes means that it's great, and a lot of the time means that they have no idea what they're doing. And you're trusting someone's uncle's nephew's cousin to definitely come by and fix the roof. And they can cause a lot of problems. Next Hazel Stream sponsored by Why Food. Why food when you can be hungry? Don't recommend. Not endorsing that. If your realtor's good, they mitigate a good majority of that stress. Yeah, that's kind of the dream, is to get professionals that help you find other good professionals, because apparently you also need them to recommend you not just a realtor, but you need like a home inspector, and you need a lawyer, and you need a surveyor to get your property lines refreshed or whatever. I don't know. And you need to hope that these varying people have your best interests at heart. If I do 70 on a Mop Remix Allied Race character, can I still do the Heritage Armor quest line? Yes. You only need to get to 50 apparently, and then you can just make like people are saying that you can currently get to 50 on Remix, and then make a class trial character of the target race and just do the quest line that way. As of yesterday, people were saying that was still working. Oh, it's a meme. It was a protein drink that was pushing on so many creators a while back, and it was called Why Food? Why food when you can consume this beverage? Sorry, I don't know anything about it. I'm not trying to slander it. My goodness. Can you do it on the Mop Remix character, though? You can, but not until the event ends. If you want to do it on the Remix character, you need to wait until Remix is over in 88 days or however long it is. Need Grimhelm out. I wonder at what point in this raid I need to start paying attention. Having a home and keeping the home is a true dream? Yeah. That's really scary. I've heard that happens to a lot of people. All I can do is my best every day. Some days my best is a lot worse than other days, but all you got is what you got.
Beware.
There's a generic platitude for the masses. Oh, this is always fun. I wonder if my Trailblazer is going to help me with this part. Oh, yeah, I got double Trailblazer kicking in. I also can add in some cheetah. Very good, very good. Imagine if you just didn't have very good movement, like you're not happy with your cogwheel gem, and you were just like walking at the back of this line. What do we come for if not generic platitudes for the masses, right? I don't know. Oh, I got Lifestorm, that's nice. And every boss is cranking our XP buff. I'm up to 219% now. Oh, the bronze feels so good. I'm buying the mounts starting with the cheapest and then working my way up to the more expensive ones, and I'm now into the mounts that cost like 44k. But I can afford one now, and I bet I can do another couple with the bronze that we're going to earn today. Is this your first time leveling a hunter? I would be lying if I said that was the case. I've leveled just 1 or 2 hunters in my time on Earth. Just here and there. Good luck on getting the Garrelon pet. Garrelon pet. Thank you. If it's a battle pet, I probably already have it. It's the most important lesson I've learned for Remix. Raid early. Early in the week or early in the leveling experience, I would imagine. Thought they only went up to 38. 44k. Oh, people are talking about bronze. Yeah, 38 and a half, I think. But I'm 4,400, not 44k. Took me a while to reverse engineer how we got there. I have had coffee today. I have no lack of caffeine excuse. Cogwheel gem's nice to have. My caster, I use mostly the shaman one. Lets you move while casting. Spirit Walker's Grace. Yeah. Need that in retail. I did raid last night. We did our, I guess it was Avarice. I don't know. I was there. I was raiding last night and I was playing Shadow for the whole night. Nobody needed me to heal, so I did a Shadow Priest raid night, and I had a lot of fun. But I am, as a newly relapsed Shadow Priest, dying for the Void Weaver talent that lets you move while you're Void Torrenting, because no matter how hard I try, I always end up trying to Void Torrent, and then a mechanic spawns on top of me, and then I'm looking at that swirl under my feet being like, will I die? And the answer is usually you don't want to find out. So then I move, and then I'm like, listen, just give me that next patch, and I'll be scooching out of the way like a ballerina. It's a wonder you didn't go to MIT.
Beware.
Yeah. Right.
Beware.
Like level 70 characters stopped adding to the XP buff on the clip. Which is fine, because you wouldn't need it on a 70. You wouldn't need it on a 70. There wouldn't be any reason to get any more of it. People were saying that after a certain level, you stop getting XP threads to drop. Oh, that was a joke. The pet has a fairly high drop rate. I see. Do we think beta's coming soon? I don't know. I feel like remix leveling is so fast. 50-something, only done a few scenarios, no dungeons or raids yet. I'm finding my second character to be wildly faster than my first one. And I know that was kind of like the point of remix. That was part of the setup of the thing. But it's really fun. I almost feel like I had to, not suffer, but I almost feel like I had to just kind of make it through the first leveling character to get to the point where I could start the second one, because it's just so much faster. Hi. Hi, Luku. How are you doing today? Rogue's feeling slow to level? Could be user error. I don't know. Some classes do well with like group pulling and AoEing things down, and then some classes don't have the survivability for that. And then sometimes you can get the survivability for that, but you need like you would need certain gems or just an amount of item level. 107. I think I'll just worry about the gear. Oh, you went down? I'll worry about the gear. Well, after oh, you can just click people out of Amber. Although I don't know if that's what made all of that goop spawn.
Beware.
Whirling blade. He chucks it in that direction. Okay. That's the thing that killed me.
Beware.
Leveled a prop pally. Because of RL can only play 1 to 2 hours per day max. Pretty stoked to be in the 50s already. Nice. Love this shirt. Oh, thanks. This is one of my comfiest, favoriteest WoW shirts that I've had for some time. I love it when you manage to keep a shirt and wear it enough that it gets like really like broken in and extra soft and comfy. That's my favorite. Alright, I'm getting out of the way. I don't want any of that.
Beware.
Unable to destroy Amber presence. Oh, it puts you on cooldown. Fascinating. You know, if I do these raids long enough, I might actually figure out what's going on. In everything except for Elegon. I don't know if I'll ever understand Elegon. Uh-huh. Got a bow. Nice. A little more bronze. You get so much bronze for doing all this. I also feel like I'm getting dramatically more bronze in my second character than my first because of all of those hotfixes that came in. It's really adding up. Good, good, good. Do I want to put on the bow? Yeah, sure. Free stand. Let's see, why not? So many groups playing, it's hard to get a tag on some mobs early on. Only found one mount vendor at the shrine, or there are other mount vendors elsewhere? It's the same mount vendor found in a variety of zones. There, you can find them in Shrine. They exist in the Jade Forest. There's one at Half Hill in Valley, but it doesn't really matter because they've got the same mounts. It's the same collection of vendors. Olegun was a bit of a dance with the debuff while handling ads. Yeah, maybe I'm just expecting the fight to be more complicated because of how cool the visuals of it look. Oh, Harold died. Or maybe, I don't know. If you're a yellow monster, spam Amber Smash on the boss. Okay. I thought that I needed to get, like, broken out of Amber Monster. Like, they were going to get me to half health and then I was going to use a button. I don't know. Are you upgrading your gear much? On my first character, once I kind of got some blue gear from raids and I started upgrading that, once I had higher item level pieces from questing. So I would do cheap upgrades, but never the expensive ones. I would never spend like hundreds and hundreds on a piece of gear. So far, I'm only level 42, so I'm still leveling. And on this character, I'm basically just putting on higher item level pieces and not worrying too much about upgrading. I figured I can save that for later. Where the heck do I buy me some pets? Unfortunately, you can't. There are a couple pets you can get from Remix, but they're all achievement-based, I believe. I don't think that you can just get any of them on the vendor for, like, straight bronze. I know that the Muskpaw Calf is part of one of the zone metas. I know that there is, like, a little golden astral cloud serpent hatchling, and I forget what that's from. There's, if you go to the pet journal and you search Remix, it'll show you the... Okay, it's really just two. Timeless Isle. Something to do with the Timeless Isle. I think that's all we got, though. I thought there was at least a third one. Yeah. It's a bit strange, right? That they have so many mounts and different colors of mounts, and they just didn't do the same with pets. I'm not really upset about it. I feel like I have enough pets. I don't know if I need any more like filler recolors, and I probably have enough to be shopping for, but it's just a little bit odd. A little weird. All right.
Beware.
Had a cute event captured on camera. Apparently, a raccoon and a red fox were peacefully eating birdseed next to each other in our front yard. My goodness, a red fox. If you told me that foxes were fictional, I would have no way to prove you wrong because I've never met one. So is that somebody? I'm just gonna stick them on the boss, I suppose. Oh no, that's not somebody. You're much too big.
Beware.
Bit bummed that while they have some rare drops from rares on the timeless sell purchasable, they don't have all of them. I've seen a fox. Never met him personally. Alright, Amber Smash on the boss. I don't know how to not explode.
Beware.
I guess I'm supposed to struggle for control. I was struggling with this last time as I felt like I was wiping the raid when I was in this form, but it wasn't clear to me how to not do that. Like I'm just AoEing people. But for what? It looks like it's at least... I mean, I can stay really far from people. I don't know. It says you need to be reduced below 20% of max health to break free.
Beware.
I don't know. I'm just dead. Hey, look, so's the boss. Wow. What does that say about modern society that videos and pictures don't count as proof of something? Is that, AI's gone too far? I guess I can just release, eh? Probably pick myself up not too far from here. Here, if I pull out my bird of prey, I can go even faster for a minute. I'm not wildly good at the 180 disengage, but we do our best. Plus, it looks like there's maybe only one boss left. All the way over here. I'm up to level 43. It's nice. Got a couple levels in here. Let's get Harold back. And spend a point somewhere. All these points feel important. It's weird playing with only half your talents. Can't believe they didn't res. It was a pretty fast run with all this movement speed we have. I am doing normal. Normal, I so far have yet to even try heroic. I feel like before I did that, I would want to really, like, work on my character at max level to feel like I kind of earned a spot. I don't think that's strictly necessary to do heroic raid, but I don't really know what is necessary, so I feel like I'm best erring on the side of caution and just getting set up as best as I can. Doing all the normals to get the neck piece before I try heroics. That is very smart. Also, there's an irrational dream that if I do all of the normals, I might find out what's going on in them, so I'm capable of doing it on heroic, or at least know which fights I need to Google. I think that last fight is a good example of things that I need to look up so I can not wipe people and or die. What about heroic only bosses? That's a great point. I'm just gonna have to wing it. No research, only surprises. Yeah, it's so strange playing without all your talents. Like, I have this weak aura that's telling me to keep my frenzy stacks up, except that I'm pretty sure I don't have that talent yet. I don't think that really applies to me right now. But my weak aura doesn't know that. And when you're in a raid, you just kind of assume that you have all of your talents. Does the heart of fear strike fear into your heart? I was gonna say it's a lovely little preview of all of the Nerubians that we're going to see in the War Within, except that these are they Nerubians? Couldn't tell you. Big bug people. Nerubian enough for me. It'll do. I'm taking lots of damage. Maybe I need to find someone who looks smart to stand on, but not somebody who looks like they're having a mechanic. This is why we have a tenacity pet. It's just good insurance. That'll do it. Nice. Big bunch of bonus experience, extra XP threads. My cloak is now up to giving me 267% XP gain. That was a nice trick to a nice quick raid clear too. I'm happy with that. Let's get out of here. I'm just gonna hearth out. I want to open all this bronze. I want to use my spools. I want to see if I have any upgrades I need to equip. They are not. These are Klaxi. Klaxi is a faction, not the race. How do I find the stats on my cloak? If you mouse over your buff, your Time Runner's Advantage buff, it'll tell you specifically which stats your cloak has. I'm also using... Well, I was using Leatrix Plus to give me my threads. Excuse me, where'd it go? It was so good. Not Leatrix, pardon me. Narcissus. It does say it's on. I wonder what happened. Let me reload. Yeah, you can get a bank. If you go to Shrine in Vale of the Eternal Blossoms, you can use your regular bank there. There's also a vendor nearby, a little whelp that will sell you... Did they move the UI for it? Weird. Yeah, so in Shrine for the Alliance side... Is it over this way? It's up one of these two pathways. If you go up one of them and it's not there, you just go the other way. One of these areas. So this used to be the portal room, so that's not it. It's only this side. It's for this side for Horde. We're so fast. Yeah, here it is. So there's your banker. And then you can there's a little whelp guy over here. Storage enthusiast will sell you 36 slot bags for 10 bronze that you can put in your bank. Anyways, I wanted to spend a talent point, first of all. Something reasonable. And then I want to use all my bronze. 750, 750, 750. 500 for that. 100 Versa. 200 Stam. My goodness. Speaking of stashing gems in the bank, actually, I'm pretty happy with my cogwheel and my meta gems, so I'm gonna put these extra ones into my bank. And then let's do gear. Those are an upgrade. Those are haste. Oh no, I'm wearing speed. Those ones have avoidance. I mainly look for item level, and then if I have two options in the same item level bracket, I'll look for stats. This guy over here, Ludwin, the storage enthusiast. For the horde one, it'll be on one of the walls, but it's the same. It's the same little NPC vendor. Won't putting those cogwheels and tinker into the bank cause them to drop duplicates later? No. Has not happened to me. Oh, I just want to get rid of all this stuff, and any gems that are in there will get spit back into my bags. I want to know what happened to my Narcissus. Those are different add-ons of mine. That's my regular thing. I don't know. Because I was using it, I was using their gem manager. I don't want to manage my gems the old-fashioned way. Let me see if I need to run another update. Stat caps and remix that you're aware of? No. Not that I've seen. But I haven't played much at endgame yet. I also need to fix my transmog. Hazel is a fellow pet owner who vacuums multiple times a week to stay on top of the hair. If you have carpet in your home, you should look into a carpet rake. Amazing how much cat hair I was able to pull out of my rugs even after running the vacuum. Carpets feel nice and fluffy now. Oh, it's wonderful. I'll try and remember that if I ever end up with carpets. I've got hard floors. The hair piles up into like drifts. There are specific corners that it tends to get windswept into. I don't know. Does anybody that runs Narcissus that uses it for the jam manager know what's gone on here? Because I ran an update. Mine's okay. Ahoy, Stumpy! Thank you for the 15-month resub. Yeah! All good here. Okay, let me look a little further. It looks like it's all loaded. See if there's anything else I can turn off that might be interfering. I don't know. DBM should be fine. I guess she doesn't need Auctionator. I'm not really using many add-ons in Remix. I have a lot of them turned off. Turn off Mount Journal, I guess? I don't know. Did you collect everything you wanted to on retail? I don't know. I suppose so. I don't have anything that's currently itching a hole in my brain. They did update the Hunter stable. That's been done even on LiveWow. Yeah, I don't know. It's just gone. Oh. That's weird, right? I guess I could uninstall and reinstall it. See if that helps. And then maybe just like relaunch the game. I'm pretty attached to it. Reinstall. It had a setting that you want to turn on for the hourglass. It was just odd because it was working fine yesterday and I didn't change anything. I'm gonna just relaunch the game. Used to have hard floors and the corners of the house were definitely full of cat tumbleweeds. Yeah, it's great because I know exactly where they tend to pile up. It's mainly dog hair. My cat does shed, but not as much as my dog. You can even just like pick him up and put him in the trash, but you know, gross. Play classic kata. Mine's working okay, using the main part, not any of the additional stuff. Okay, well maybe I'll turn off the extra. I mean, I don't remember those. Maybe the update broke it, which is just strange. Let's try it without those extra bits. There's a clickable box with a paper clip in the name setting. Where is the name setting? Add-ons, Narcissus. Hang on. What? This is the tiniest text. Updated a few hours ago. I wonder what happened. Extensions Gem Manager. I mean, it is on. Try that. Oh, there we go. It's back. I don't know how I turned it off, but the important thing is that I have it back because I have no interest in shuffling gems around a remix the old-fashioned way. Alrighty. Although I have concerns. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's back. just had to sort itself out. Do I have gems in all my slots? No, I've got 2 more Tinker slots. Oh yeah, that's right. It says 2 points available. So we'll go Windweaver and I don't know, Victory Fire maybe. Unless I want Reincarnation, that might be kind of useful. We'll do Victory Fire for now. Okay, so my item level is up to 79. I got rid of my extra gear. Gems look okay. I don't know why I insist on like converting armor gems. I never use them. I could just scrap all of them. Yeah, bags look alright. I'm not mad at that. I don't even want the talents necessarily. I just want the gems. I've got 9,600 for a moment I'm like, where did the bazaar go? It's all backwards. 9,600 bronze. So let's see what we can pick up. Oh, I forgot to get the dailies before I did all of this. I should have picked up, there's a raid daily. I could have gotten an extra reward for just having killed a few raid bosses. Darn it, I would have gotten a lesser spool and some stuff, whatever. It's fine. I didn't want it anyway. And then I want to check in with Hemet, who you can always find because he's standing next to a big old beast. My Keystone Master mount, surprisingly enough, which is weird because, like, I know the Infinite Dragonflight is behind Remix or whatever, but this is my Keystone Master mount. You can't get it on this vendor, can you? That would be bonkers. All right, time, I think, to start working through the Sky Screamers. We get the red one, and then this. Oh, that one's cool. That's sick. I like those colors a lot. 2 more mounts. If you make a tank ult, they could be useful. Do another raid Mythic Siege type. I want to do I feel like I actually want to turn off the talent window in there, but I want to do it without getting rid of the gem manager. Wing details. Mini talent tree. Okay, let's try turning that off. There we go, that's better. So I have 2,900 threads. I am at 2,949 threads. I'm so pleased with that. That's great. I'm going to fly myself up and out of here, I think. I do have mail. I must have missed looting something. No, it's a yak. And then there was one explosive barrage, but I don't believe it was dropped from a... I thought it was from a quest. How do you check how many threads you have? Yeah, it's the Narcissus add-on. Do you think they should have made glad mounts available for bronze in Remix? No. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. Alright. I guess I could always fly around and do some exploring in the meantime. Work on... Because Flabby's AFK for a minute. Work on some... See how much bronze we get from these. 7, 6. I heard you could get threads from doing that as well. From like the flyover bronze. I hate that the yak fur keeps dropping. I have like 10 of them in my mail. That's annoying. That really sucks. I feel like it wasn't doing that in the first couple days when I was leveling. Curious if these mounts will be available after Remix. It sounds like they won't. My guess would be that maybe one day they bring... Like, they might do this again one day. And maybe make them available once more. Kind of like dragon races. Like the Dragon Cup events. But I wouldn't count on it. We have nothing to prove that this won't be our one big chance to get this stuff. Okay. Welcome back. 277% uncloak, yeah. 267 here. That's a big XP buff. So, in my opinion, the fastest way to level, especially on a future character, but basically on any character, is to do the raids through once each, basically as early as you can to get that big XP bonus. And then once you've got it, just hammer questing. Hammer zone questing, because it seems like that's the fastest way to actually, like, level. You just want to have the best XP buff that you can stomach getting before you go into it. Love the idea of other remixes. Yeah, I would be very happy to see them do other expansions of these. Maybe not super often. I think I would burn out on it if it was done too frequently, but it seems like a wonderful thing to do kind of at the end of an expansion or just anytime they have like a big gap between patches. Where you just, you want something to do. Hope those mounts are going to be trading post rewards for the next 3 to 4 years. It'll be interesting to see if they ever do remixes for expansions that have existed in the game as classic era, and if that impacts how much people play them or not. Because I would, remix is pretty different from classic. You're not playing like a scaled back version with the old style combat. You're just kind of doing like a fun, snappy, overpowered version where you get to collect a lot of themed cosmetics and do a little bit of a nostalgia trip. It's like much less in depth. It also seems easier for them to put together. Would 1,000 out of 10 play Wrath of the Lich King one? I think I would play any of them. I'm sure I would have like a ranking list somewhere of which ones I would find to be the best. I want to save this yak. And I don't know where he is. The missing Muskpaw. Speak with Muskpaw Jr. at Prankster's Hollow, which must be a cave. Oh, there we go. Found it. You'd think after all these years I would know where they are. Yeah. Trading Post remix. We're getting towards the end of May a little bit. I don't know if I'm ready for a new Trading Post. Well, there we go. Level 45. Apparently I earned a class hall helm. It's going to be fun to see just how quickly these levels can go. Next are just flat pet damage done. And like even beyond doing like getting big XP buffs. You're going so fast just from being able to move really fast and from being able to do tons of damage. There's a bunch of different things that go into it. We're heading for the Yak Wash, which I think is over here. Not 100%. Escaped Yak Wash. Yeah. There you go. Be clean. That's halfway through 46. I thought I just hit 45. Oh no, that hit me for 46, and now I'm halfway through 46. Yeah, I think we might have enough XP buff to be going on. Just maybe. Just did these quests. Went from 46 to 54. Played for about 90 minutes. Got 8 levels while questing my first character. It's awesome. It's so fun. I've been talking to or listening to, I guess, a couple of different friends talk about it in raid last night. They were discussing it, and everyone said they're just having a blast. I want to finish these quests, even if I somehow get to 70 before I'm done Kunlai Summon. I want to finish Kunlai Summon anyways, just for the achievement. Which also means I'm going to want to do Shaw of Anger at some point as well. Maybe queue us for like a heroic scenario or something? I don't know. I think the questing's the way to go. Keep making vroom noises while playing. Fun end of expansion way to level. Way better than the double XP bonus last time. Yeah. And I mean, I enjoyed XP bonuses, wins and whatever. But yeah, this is just pretty fun. There is like a minor concern that if you, like when it ends, these characters, we do get to keep them, but that they won't feel nearly as fun because they're not going to be just like running insanely fast and smoking everything. You know, you won't be as overpowered all of a sudden. But you know, you'll still have the ults. And I think that the excitement of the War Within is going to kind of help bridge that gap of, man, this character isn't as fun as they used to be. Miss my blink on DK. My favorite cogwheel gems. I know that blink is really good. I just always forgot to use it. So my favorite ones are the passive ones. Pursuit of Justice, just for 8% movement all the time, including while mounted. Or, oh, hey, rare. Oh, it's a War Scout. I don't know if we can do that. Oh, hey, we got a Q pop too. Or Trailblazer, which is what I have now, which is extremely fun when it's on double. Trailblazer 1 and Trailblazer 2. Because she starts to use like her sprint animation. She starts to like lean back, high step it. Okay. Oh, I could get Animal Companion. Maybe I should do that soon. I don't know that I've done this scenario. Yeah, it's good enough. Fix my gear later. Trailblazer stacks for a hunter. If you have the Trailblazer cogwheel gem, and you also are a hunter, you can have it. You can have it twice. That goes for any class. You can your cogwheel ability can stack with the regular one that you already have. You did on Shellfish. This was the buggy one. Share daily. Oh yeah. With the rocket jumping. I know that you can land on things to explode them. I just have no knack for where to land. I exclusively jump over things like I'm playing Leapfrog. Wish there was character-specific favorite mounts. You can use add-ons for that. Light mount can do that. But if you're looking for default in-game, you're out of luck. Oh, Squonky's doing damage now.
Watch your step.
Yeah, because I've done 1 of 6 heroic scenarios. This will be 2. But if you do all of them, you get a ring. Someone recommended to one-shot mobs with a jump. Yeah. Yeah, it totally works. You just have to aim it somehow. Whoa! I think it's something like 20 yards. I just can't. Can't even. Not going so well. At least this time I know that we're taking it all to the door. Just pick stuff up and run it over. I love Harold. I've never had a caterpillar pet before, but I do have a minor feeling that maybe I shouldn't be using a tenacity pet. I mean, it gives me like a big ol' like rallying cry personal, which is kind of nice. Batteries delivered. All right, they're on their way. But even just using a cunning pet would help me move faster. You know what he reminds me of? Is it a Caterpie? Or the very hungry caterpillar? Or... No, those are my only 2 guesses. What is it? The guy from Bug's Life. I mean, he was also green. Oh, no, that guy. The German one. Wasn't he German? Heimlich? Yeah. That would have been a good name for him. Heimlich. Ah, yes, the quintessential German name. I forgot about that. You're totally right. He wasn't German in the German dub. Was he? What was he? Was he American? They call him Henry? Well, there we go. Yesterday I got to icing and quote-unquote decorating that cake that I had made. And I've discovered that I am filled with dreams when it comes to that kind of thing, and not a lot of not enough patience for practical skills. I think part of making an iced cake look really nice is the patience to like make sure that your icing is the right consistency and to kind of chill it between layers and to go quite slowly. I made a chocolate cake and I iced it with vanilla frosting. And it ended up looking like a cookies and cream Oreo crumb cake by the end of it because I had so many chocolate. Also, the cake itself was very soft. I had refrigerated it, but just the way it came out, it was delicious, but it was like very delicate and fragile. So even though I tried to do a crumb coat and then like another coat on top of that, the whole thing was still like peppered with chocolate cake crumbs. And also not like wildly even or anything. Went okay. Heimlich means secretive, by the way. Oh. I thought Heimlich meant a good friend to have at a dinner party if people are prone to joking. His name was Gustav. Tastes fine, not worth the time to make it look nice. There's just some kind of like primal desire to make it look nice. There's some kind of drive in me to make something cute that you can eat, and then to enjoy it simultaneously for its cuteness and deliciousness. It's hard to explain. I think it's one of those things that you either have or you don't. But unfortunately I have it, but without the capability to realize it. And then also I had the cake and it was nice. It was good. It was a nice cake, but I came to the realization that I have done so every time that I do something like that in the last like 5 years, which is that I just can't really get away with eating that kind of thing anymore. Like, it doesn't feel good. I just get something about it just doesn't sit super good. I didn't even have a large, like, I made a small cake because I wanted to do small pieces. I think if I'm gonna do that kind of thing, I need to have it like in the middle of the day so that you have the rest of the day to kind of like process it, because sweets in the evening is just not working out. No good. Secret technique, anti-choke. Hi Hazel and Chat. Hi Avashkov, how you doing today? Happy Thursday. But I still put a story of the cake on Instagram. I figure there's got to be at least 3 other people out there that decorate cakes the same way that I do, and that I need to hold it down for the 3 of us by not hiding away my I don't want to call it monstrosity. That's mean. My messy cake. I was going to call it an ugly cake, but then I thought that sounded too much like I was bullying the cake that I had made, so I called it a messy cake. Could not tell you what's going on. I keep wanting to call this guy Overseer El Gato and ask him why my key lights keep disconnecting. There we go. Oh, sheep it. When people are choking, we're supposed to use the secretive maneuver. I want intimidation. Yeah. There we go. Give me a big ol' stun. And then I also want... Open this. We got some spools. My cloak is at 3,000 threads. 3,020. 3,120. 3,140. Man, I bet if I had the patience to stick with one character for like a while, you could really crank that bad boy. I suppose that's part of the premise of Remix. Alright, and we got yaks to clean over here. How's the great gnome duo today? Oh, thank you for asking. We are level 48, or at least I'm 48. Yeah, we're both 48. It's going splendidly. Having fun in Pandaland? Yeah. Letriel, thank you for the 27-month resub. I was stuck in ads for the last 3 minutes, so here's to 27 months of Prime. Thank you very much. Narcissus is the ad doing the thread check. Wife gets a strawberry cake from her mom every year on her birthday that they all call ugly cake. It sounds delicious. Also, that's really sweet. Aww. Yeah, I'm having a great time in Remix. I am playing with Flabby. I am Salty Squidgy and he's Smelly Squonky. I'm easily amused. I need one more yak. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Wait. I'm having a real hard time finding the yaks. I'm glad you're here. Where? Alright, he's moved on. He must have cleaned the final yak already. I need one more. Can I rescue them from beneath these guys? No, it's like a different kind of yak. That won't do. That's not it. Oh, here's one. Or is there any auction house? No. No auction house. The only profession is fishing. You can't really receive mail from other players. You're very self-contained in your loot. It's kind of nice. Fond memories of cleaning these yaks. Okay. I won't worry about that. I will worry about that. And that. So pop our meta gem back in. And then maybe get all those spent. Fix the transmog a little bit because this is not going to work. Wonder if you can fish up the carp pets still. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. Getting bronze faster in alts? I would say so, yeah. You're leveling faster, certainly. You're doing more damage. And also, even beyond them just being alts, they've hotfixed up the amount of bronze that you get from bronze caches for like achievements and dailies and whatnot. So starting a fresh character means you've got a fresh chance to get all of those things. And they'll have more bronze in them this time. It's been pretty substantially speedy on this one for me. Let's do Animal Companion. We have to walk the yaks back. We gotta do it. I lost my yaks. Where they're at. Hello? I lost my yaks! Don't ask about them. Don't worry about them. Can I at least walk them back with all of my speed? I think I can. Can't fish? Oh, I beg to differ. I believe you can learn fishing from a trainer. There's one in Half Hill. There's more in the Anglers area. Yeah, you can re-earn achievements on alts. Oh, they're getting away. Also, I feel like I started this and I had a brown yak, and I think that one's gone now, and I'm a little concerned. There we go. Actually didn't take all that long. Yeah, you need that for the yak wash part of the campaign achievement. All the side quest hubs do count. Okie dokie. There's lucky dudes and they've been stolen. I wonder if we ought to... I guess we can always do it later. Right now we're leveling. 49. Surely we've got enough XP. Yeah, I'm at 273% XP. That should do it. I think when I was leveling through this section on my first character on Shellfish, there's level 50. I thought I was level 48 like 10 seconds ago. It still didn't feel super slow to get to 70, and I had much less of an XP buff than this. Like, by a lot. The only, I think I only got like one achievement on my main that gave me like a ring or neck or something. The escalation achievement, and I don't know exactly what it was I did for it. Something straightforward like the Blood in the Snow scenario and then one other thing. Oh, blue threads. Wait, more unspent talent points. What do you mean more unspent talent points? I just spent a talent point. Here, take some crit chance. Got the 60 in a new alt so fast yesterday. Light questing, spamming heroic dungeons and scenarios. Went did normal vaults, each LFR is getting 2 to 3 levels per dungeon at the end. Ho ho ho. Yeah, I wonder what my plate is going to be like. I know I've spent some time kind of like noodling around and not doing things most efficiently, but my plate right now at level 50 is 4 hours and 2 minutes, including like some AFK time and, you know, all that time I spent running around looking for a hunter pet. Mounster, thank you for the 4-month resub. And I think that my first character was more like 8 or 12 hours, right? Maybe even 16. Because I remember being like, it's good compared to the 24 that it normally takes me to get a character up to 70. Streaming in general, yeah. I'm not really known for my efficiency. I'm looking for lucky dudes. I was just looting them off the ground, I thought. Yeah, there we go. They're glowing. You can teach your pets to play dead and fetch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same vendor that has the glyph. Apparently they added Glyph of Shadow to it. That's pretty exciting. It would have been great to have 2 days ago. Would you ever want to be known for your efficiency? Oh yeah, I would be all about that. I would be so proud if I had a reputation for like stunning efficiency. That would be so cool. It's not true, but it would be awesome. Legion Hunter Clubhouse. But also in this version of the game on a vendor in Pandaria, because you can't leave Pandaria in Remix. All right. 3,212 threads. Also, we're up to 51, and we're nearly up to 52. Light some incense here. There is a long way of backseating to that goal as well. Didn't you just hit 50? Mm-hmm. I sure did. Yeah, when you have like a few quests to turn in, it gets pretty goofy. You can get like multiple levels from turning in a quest. And then of course the quests themselves can be like pretty fast. Like I'm going to go turn in another 1 or 2 here. And of course you get there really fast because of dragon riding. There we go. There's 52. I don't know how long we spent on level 51, but I'm willing to bet that it was less than 3 minutes. This is pretty fun. Okay. Quest here, quest here. What the heck? Mm-hmm. Escort the Grummels to the way station. Well, that'll slow us down, certainly. But I have to do it. We gotta help him out. Ooh, Shaw's up. We ought to do that. This could potentially get me the rest of the heritage armor sets I need if I play my cards right. Holy cow, this is fast. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I know I've been kind of moaning about, oh man, I don't even need all the heritage armor because what's the point of getting it for a race that I don't normally play? But if I could get the character leveled in like 3 hours. Well, you know what? It's only going this fast because I've done some raid on it. That's part of the trouble. Like if I was going to level like a Worgen or a Panda or whatever for heritage armor, it's only going to be this speedy through these levels if I sit through like an entire Heart of Fear or whatever. Although, what if I just did healers and then I mean, I could even delete them later. There's nothing that says I can't make a character with the express purpose of leveling it up and then deleting it. I mean, I guess if somebody's doing Shaw of Anger, do we just like help? Tag it? See if we can kill the boss and escort our how long could it possibly take? Probably a while. Yeah, when you start Remix for the very first time, you won't have any threads in your cloak yet. You need to play and level up to get threads. Panda, Worgen, Priests, yeah. I think I'm also missing regular dwarf for some inexplicable reason. I think my yaks. Oh, you know what? They made it to their way station. They're fine. They don't need me. I'm free to just stay here and do this. Panda doesn't have heritage yet. but I could level one up in advance so that I can do it when they eventually, because eventually they have to do it, right? You can tell how many threads you have either by adding up all the stats when you mouse over your cloak, or the handy, convenient way to do it is just to use an add-on. I've got Narcissus here that gives me like an exact number. Can you narrate my life, please? Voice is so soothing. I was joking in Raid last night about providing bullying services for a friend in order to motivate them in their life by performing the role of the antagonist. And I was like daydreaming about a world where I finally open a cameo, but it's exclusively paying me so that I can roast you. Just because it would be out of left field and therefore fun. Oh, nice. Pandaria mace. It's kind of cool. Okay. So I got, for doing the world boss, 100 threads from that, which puts me at the very fun 33. And then also we've got a couple threads here, a little bit there. Yeah, I do have a DBM voice pack. I don't know if I would describe it as soothing, but I don't think I could really describe it. I've made a point to not listen to it in a very long time. Okay. Oh. Nice. How much would you charge for a cameo? I don't know. That's one of the main reasons I haven't done it. You know, you're worth whatever the price is you set for yourself until you realize that you can't sleep with yourself at night. Oh, am I 55? I thought I was just 54. I got another town point to spend. This is bananas. Yeah, I think we can do 7. Well, you know what? It does slow down some at 60 to 70, so I think we're gonna, it'll take a little bit of a pause, but maybe not so much so as to stop us from just smoking through the rest of this. The other thing that's helping me level so fast is leveling with another player. Doing quests and parties at 2 is always going to be faster than doing them solo, because a lot of things you can share quest credit, and you can kind of split up a little bit and go in different ways. Once I hit 65, everyone hit me like a truck. I'm hoping that I have enough threads in my cloak to kind of mitigate that problem in my second character. My first character definitely experienced that. I was pretty weak on, like, in that 65 to 70 bracket on shellfish, smelly shellfish. But since then, Kinley, thank you for the 9-month resub. You'll have to stop roasting chatters on stream. Market as a sample is best. Market it as a sample. Yeah, I don't think this is a real thing I'm gonna do. I was joking in guild chat that I would do almost anything for home ownership. Almost. Pretty keyword. We're looking for Cobra shot resets the cooldown and kill command. There we go. Let's do that one. One thing is that you share a lot of things, but you don't share everything, and I'm definitely down some Grummel packs. We'll have to do those separately. But we can do big ol' AoE, AoE pulls. Get some Beast Cleave going. Is Remix leveling faster than normal retail, you think? Yes. Very much so. It's faster right from the start, but it is wildly faster on your second character, especially if you stop to do the raids on normal. You'll get bonuses from lots of things, and you can get bonuses from doing LFR. But I, on this character, started with 100% bonus XP just from having leveled up my cloak on my first character. And then we've done normal Mogashan Vaults once and normal Heart of Fear once, and my cloak is giving me 273% bonus experience. Blow up the altar. Oh. Which is, I think, a huge reason why I'm getting a level every, like, 30 seconds. It feels like, anyway. Have you ever spoke about how you got into WoW? Yeah, it's a story I tell now and then. It's not super exciting or interesting. I didn't, like, I don't know, end up on a runaway train filled with, you know, world first raiders or anything. But in high school, my friends all played WoW, and they would not stop talking about it, and it was really boring to hang out with them if you didn't know what they were talking about, because they would just hang out for hours and talk about WoW. And I decided that I had had enough and that I wanted to know what on earth they were going on about. So I got into the game just so I could, like, fit in, basically. And then, like, not that much time later, they all quit, and I, like, lost touch with everybody, and then I was the only one left playing, and then I never stopped. And now I'm 32. Weird how that happens. I'm going back into the cave looking for Grummel packs still. Runaway trains have terrible internet. How do I destroy his altar? The other one had a thing I could click. Maybe it'll respawn. Maybe I need to... Okay. His friends gave you the start of your career. Yeah. I suppose so. I want... Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Well, it's kind of violent. I played for a long time just for fun before I ever started making content. Because I started in late Wrath. And my first YouTube videos were sometime in Mists of Pandaria. There is years of just playing on my lonesome. Looking for people to play with. Trialing for guilds and trying to meet people that also played. Because, like, I had nerdy friends, but they were all, like, over WoW at that point. They had moved on. They were all playing, like, League or something. I remember watching you in MOP for the first time. I need one more Grummel pack. Here's one. I think. No, that's just a lucky do. They're pretty big and sparkly. Are they in the houses, maybe? I know there were some in the cave. In an alternate universe, you could have been a League streamer. I feel like it would have been a lot harder to make it work doing that. Man, I cannot find this last Grummel pack. Maybe that's it. No, that's a lucky do. kind of jobs did you have before doing WoW full time? So I've been full time for like 10 years. So I did have a couple of jobs, but they were entry level stuff. My first job, okay, well, my first technical job where I got paid for doing something was, I had a very low compensation orchestra gig as a teenager with like a community theater. And I did pit orchestra playing the trumpet for a show or two. And that was extremely flattering and fun for me because I was a precocious teenager and everybody there was like adults who I'm pretty sure were all doing it. They were all retired. It was just a hobby. Nobody's doing that full time on that kind of money. But I was like, oh my goodness, nobody's ever paid me before. Thank you. And then I had a gas station job, just working in like the little convenience store attached to a gas station. And then later I did commission sales for computers and other home office supplies, recommending printers and stuff. Have you played much League? I've played the League tutorial maybe twice, and that's about it. You know how sometimes in life you see other people go through something and you go, wow, that looks just awful. I'm going to steer clear of the whole enterprise. That's how I feel about League. I haven't really played much to have much of an experience on my own, but I've seen it do nothing but upset people. And I think I'm good. When is your anniversary streaming and Twitch? It's hard to say what the true one is because I've switched platforms a few times. The Twitch says I have an anniversary coming up because when I most recently switched back from YouTube streaming, that date that I got like partnership or whatever is considered a Twitch anniversary, and that one's pretty soon. But it would only be for like 3 or 4 or maybe 5 years, not 10. Okay. Because I started on Twitch and then I switched to YouTube and then I switched back to Twitch. I remember telling people I was a YouTube streamer, like telling other streamers when I was meeting them at events and stuff, and they would be like, but why? I think somebody said, everybody makes mistakes. Would you ever switch back to YouTube? Under the right circumstances, yeah. If, oh, that's a lot of quests. Under the right circumstances. Because it works good. Like the streaming platform works good. It runs a good stream. It has the main features that you want. Like we successfully ran a stream on there for years. And being run by YouTube and by extension Google instead of Twitch comes with upsides and downsides. I don't want to dual stream. I feel like it would make for a worse chat experience for both streams. Because people, like, I feel like it would be confusing. Plus, I can barely keep up with one chat room. I think 2 would make my head explode. I think the replay is better, which is why I watch your VODs there. Maybe the last is really nutty games. Sometimes I like to joke that Mr. Moose is Mr. Moose Trouble Nutty Games. Or whatever his middle name is for the day. I love Moosey from Moosey Nutty Games. What? I don't care who knows. What place compensates you more for VOD views? Hard to say. Hard to say. Twitch, at least in its current incarnation, is a much more profitable place to be because of Prime subs. Even nowadays, Prime is still like a huge program. Lots of people have Amazon Prime anyways. Lots of people have Prime subs that they give to streamers. And the money that you make off of that makes it really hard to not stream here if you don't have some kind of other big deal that is financially compensating you for being elsewhere. Is Moose collecting middle names like my pup did? Yeah, it depends on the day. Helps that Twitch has calmed down a bit, not nearly the toxic hellscape it used to be. I find I enjoy Twitch the most when I don't worry about what's going on in the rest of it. Whenever I read too many news articles about like Twitch culture or what people like expect from people on Twitch, it gets me all twisted around the bend. But as long as I just kind of worry about me and my life and my stream, it's good. We're cool. I don't know what's going on. Could not tell you. There is something. There's an. This is for Hosen Love Their Keys in the Snacrifice. Rescue imprisoned Grummels. I think I've lost Squonky. I'm also trying to release old Poot Poot. Get the Yeti shackled key from Cho-Cho the Wicked. Evidently I don't have a key. Oh, there's a treasure chest back there. Would you ever consider going to TwitchCon? Never say never, but, oh, there's Cho-Cho. Never say never, but I will say that I don't see a lot of reason to. I would need to be severely talked into it. With something that is meaningful and important to me. And, exposure's not going to cut it. I find answering 2 sets of chats, one half that I as a viewer cannot see, is really irritating to me. Glad you don't do it. I think for some streams it would make more sense. I think if I ran a stream that had... Release old Poot Poot. I think that if I ran a stream where I didn't necessarily... I'm so confused. I don't understand. I'm going too fast. It's at a weird angle. Okay. Maybe I'll try and like... Oh, there's Interact Key. That'll work. Okay. If I ran a stream where I didn't... It was more of like just a show and there wasn't a lot of chat interaction, it wouldn't be as big of a problem to have it on multiple platforms because the show would be basically the same across all platforms. But because we do such a like a social, casual, hanging out kind of vibe, it would be bizarre to be multi-streamed. Although... I do try to be conscious of the fact that, especially when you're watching a VOD replay on YouTube, you don't have the benefit of any of chat. Like, you can't see chat replay if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, which is how most people watch the VOD. So, I didn't rescue enough Grummels. Yeah. So, it's... I'm not always perfect at this or even very good, but it's a good idea if I'm going to try to reply to a chat message or have a conversation about it to read it out at least clearly enough that people can kind of glean the context. Or, you know, don't be afraid of the occasional monologue because those tend to preserve better. 60 months. Holy moly, that's so many years. Marmo had a 60-month resub. Happy 5 years. Holy smokes. 5 years starts to freak you out a little bit when you think about it. That's long enough for all of us to have changed. Time flies. Sometimes I get, like, irrationally cranky about the fact that time's gonna fly whether I want it to or not. I didn't give time permission to do this. I wasn't ready yet. I didn't say go. That cage is not open. I rescued those Grummels. I've missed these Grummels. Or that Grummel. I guess they're at predetermined locations. 2019, what a year. I remember it well. Wild that it was 5 years ago. Oh, there it is. What level are we? We're 57, despite me getting a little bit stuck here and there. Your sub could almost go to primary school. You stack speed in your character. I have Trailblazer as a cogwheel gem, and then I have Trailblazer as a talent because I'm a hunter. So whenever I've been out of combat for a little bit, I'm moving at basically mount speed. I haven't specifically looked to stack speed, but I'm sure I have some. Oscar, 79, thank you for the 45-month resub. Appreciate it. did not give consent for time to fly so quickly. I mean, sometimes it's a nice thought to kind of counteract that feeling of like, well, I haven't really, you know, I'm just waiting for everything to start so I can do it properly. And it's like, well, it's already started, whether you like it or not. Just get out there and do something. Anything. Oh, look at all these boxes. So many boxes. Sometimes they just cover the screen. Way too much stuff. That puts me at level 58 and a half. And we're finally caught up enough to move on. Is it beneficial to spam dungeons? It's fine. If you want to ultimately get your... If you ultimately want to get your second ring, then you're going to need to do them all in heroic at least once at some point. But I've found dungeons to be... They're better than they were. They did kind of fix them up a little bit. But my go-to now is to clear the raids on normal and then spam questing. That seems to be pretty fast. When I started playing WoW, I didn't know my husband, and now I have a 14-year-old. We met on WoW. My goodness. Didn't know my wife when I started playing WoW. Our son is 15 now. Do any of your kids play with you, or do they think that WoW is like an embarrassing old person game? If I remember anything about being a teenager, it's that sometimes they're mean. Son has shown no particular interest in WoW so far. Not all the time. You need to be 25 to get into dungeons. Son really wants to play, but he's only 8. Packers packed. I wonder what they mean by that. Yeah, you need to be 25 to start raid. Lead packless grummels to supply crates near the Duker Dome. Take some grummels with you, keep them safe, get them near supply crates. Oh, like, well, I don't know if I understand. Is it the item level limit or the age limit? For a moment, I thought somebody was asking whether or not people that are 20 years of age are like socially accepted into my stream chat. To which I would say, yeah. You're good. I'm scared of going that way because there's a big elite on that side. That's just a lucky dude. That's also just a lucky dude. Mostly plays games in his Switch. I think seeing Hazel shaking a cane telling anyone under 25 to get off her streaming lawn would be great content. Oh, I mean, it would be kind of, mean. Given I started making content when I was 22, so who am I to tell anybody they're not old enough to be here? There's some real smart, wise, mature young people out there. How much bronze has I gotten from leveling? I don't have an exact count because I keep spending it as soon as I get enough to buy mounts. It feels pretty good though. Maybe, I don't know, 30k so far? And I'm only at 58. And we're also only like 4, maybe 5 hours in. Yeah, more than 6 bronze for sure. Alright, there's the 5th pack. I've stopped spending my talent points every level because then you're just going to get another level in a second. I keep pulling. I'm done my quest. I'll be there just as soon as I can stop making this worse. But I think I want, when I get this character to 70, to put some effort into getting it actually properly set up. Okay. Oh, there's a rare. Or I thought there was a rare. Did I see one? Maybe not. I have not done any heroic rating yet. I do think that by the time that I hit 70, this character is already going to be quite a bit stronger than my first 70. Just threads-wise. Hope everyone feeling like their best selves today. Well, thanks, Matherin. I'm feeling like a self. Oh, there we go. Nearly 60. I probably ought to do gear. I haven't put on upgrades in a few levels. And also I have a bunch of gems hanging around here. I'm gonna... let's see. Put together as many of these as I can. Oh, it's another escort quest. Okay. I'm feeling hungry. Want to get all the Garrosh stuff. Any tips? You're gonna have to get real cozy in Siege of Orgrimmar. I think you're gonna have to do that every day. For the bones on normal or higher. I was working on... Yeah. I can also kind of work on my gear a little bit on the way. 154 legs. 150, but with mastery. 62. 74 with leech. Okay. That's item level. Item level. Item level. Yeah, okay. And then we just chomp up all this old stuff. Don't know whether to sell them, delete, or keep. Gear-wise, I'm taking a pretty straightforward approach. I wear one, and then I get rid of the rest of them. When it comes to when I'm higher level, like when I'm max level, I think that if I can get my hands on an epic, that's gear that you want to keep and then upgrade. And aside from that, it would be about getting the best blues that you can with like stats that you like and then upgrading those. Trailblazer. And then we've got 8 Tinker Gems to slot, so let's just hope for the best. Grounding, yeah, that's a good one. Starting to get some epic gems now too. Kind of nice. So let's do 2 crits. 1 haste. 1 mastery. What else do we have? That's leash, that's speed. I want to like prioritize wearing my epic ones if I can. But I guess if I don't have enough. Versa and... yeah, maybe leech. Scrap anything you aren't wearing to unsocket the things and then use it. Yeah, pretty much. If I'm in the middle of like a raid and I don't have time, I will just pop on the new item and then click on the slot here. And if you select the gem and the gem is currently in an item that's in your bags, Narcissus can pop it out of the item in your bags and pop it in to your gear for you without you needing to mess with it. I pretty much never use this extract gem button anymore. It seems like an utter waste of time. If nothing else, it's a lot easier to just kind of scrap the gear that the gems are sitting in. Okay. I need to take a short break. What level are we up to? 59? Real close to 60. BRB. Alright, I'm back. How you guys doing? What is the best transmog add-on? Started playing DH, none of leather sets show up. Only single pieces in better transmog. I mean, that was kind of the one that I was gonna say. So if it's not that one, then I don't know quite what. I'm going to carry on questing on my own for a little bit, because I quest about half as fast as Flabby, and he's gonna AFK for a little, I think. But I'm sure he can catch up faster than I can get ahead. Thanks to DH Mastery, we have a total of 97% increased move speed. Not even worth mounting up unless I can fly. Holy moly, that's fast. Alright, we got Herald here. Good. One of the main things that I want to make sure I'm keeping up on is I wanted to look at these. I wanted to look at this and see how we're doing on the Kunlai Summit achievement. So if I wanted looking for group 1, I've done Shaw of Anger and Mogushan Vaults. It looks like I need to do the Shadowpan Monastery Dungeon, along with a couple of specific scenarios. I wonder if I could get into Raid of Annihilation, Crypt of Forgotten Kings, Blue Moon Festival. Let me specifically look for those Crypt of the Forgotten Kings. And it looks like the other ones are not. I guess not all of them are even available on Heroic. But that one is. So let's see if I can just queue that up and get into it, because that would be nice to check off the list. And it would also be checking off my achievement list. Arm tattoo all in one shot or in several parts. My right arm actually, I guess you can't see either of them. This arm was all in one sitting. It was approximately 8 hours. And then this arm was in many, many, many smaller sessions. I had it done during kind of the height of the pandemic, and the tattoo artist was like sharing studio space, so they had to rotate. So I was only able to do quite short sessions for that because there was only so much studio space you could get at a time. If you don't get to level cap in Remix, start a new alt. Will the first alt stats transfer? No. The main way that alts get the way that alts get extra power in Remix is from the cloak, and how strong your cloak starts is determined by the highest level of infinite power achievement that you have received. So my understanding currently is that infinite power 11 is the one that gives you a max cap cloak. You don't need to be level 70 to get that, but you can be. And once you have that, all of your alts will start from then on with the highest update cloak. My pet has gotten quite stuck. I love reading Wowhead comments, see people unnecessarily angry. One trend that I had noticed about comments and questions about Remix, not necessarily in stream, but just in general, is people find questions to ask that it's not that it's like that where I just don't understand the premise for what they're trying to accomplish. Like someone was like, "Excuse me, I don't understand. How do I get a reagent bag in Remix?" And I'm thinking, true, I don't know how you get a reagent bag in Remix, but more importantly, for what? What are you trying to accomplish that you need a reagent bag for? We don't have professions, owie. Oh, my goodness. And it was just a bit strange. Oh, we're already on stage 3. I think it's just because the slot's there. It would have made no sense for them to remove it, but it is a bit annoying. Okay. Oh, got some threads from that. Source of evil found. I don't think I've ever done this before, which makes it feel like I'm doing brand new content. I feel like I'm doing like a delve or something. I'm just gonna use... Oh, there's level 60. Woo! My tenacity pet thing. And then maybe stun that guy. That looks like it hurts.
Interrupt.
I'm helping. Not in damage, apparently. You know how we get Shadowpan Assault rep? Thought it was fighting Throne of Thunder bosses. Rep hasn't been going up. I don't know off the top of my head. I would assume that there's quests in Kunlai that start it. And then maybe dailies? But I could be wildly mistaken. It makes me laugh when people are vehemently angry called Remix the worst mode WoW has had. Yeah. People will get like that about anything. People were very much like that about Plunderstorm. Is the Dread Approach just one boss? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd be lying if I told you I knew what the Dread Approach was. Sounds like a raid. For having played this expansion, I know a shockingly small amount about it. And my scraps that I would remember from pet battles aren't wildly helpful to me here. When they do this again, what would be the best expansion to do it with? Legion or Wrath? That is the debate. I think a lot of people would be very excited to see Legion. And to get another crack at doing all of those quest lines again. Legion almost feels to me like it would be too much. But I don't know. I guess if they did an accelerated version, I'd love to see an accelerated version of WoD. I think that would be very fun. Is that the whole thing? It is the whole thing. Nice. Wow, those do not take very long. I just like Remix because it slows down my retail, all the things progress, but that's a very narrow reason to not like it. Oh. There's a weapon upgrade. And my cloak is up to 3787 threads. My transmog's also a mess, but that's okay. Fix it later. Hi, Hazel in chat. Hi, Meg. How are you doing today? Can we get an Ordos cloak? You are able to unlock access to Ordos as well as get the visuals of the cloak, but you can't get the actual cloak itself. Is my understanding. Getting your 12th infinite power achievement gives you a bunch of toys. Do I need to do normal raids for the cloak XP buff, or does LFR also work? Normal raids will give you much more XP bonus to your cloak. You'll get 12% per boss, whereas LFR gives you 7% per wing. So it's pretty dramatically faster if you do normal. The trick is getting into one. Oh. Okay. If I haven't found a cap in XP gain yet. I'm currently sitting at 273. This is only my second remix character. Other tunes will never get to kill Ordos still. It'll be account... The unlock, I believe, is account-wide. I think that's what they said. Berries. I haven't even been to the Timeless Isle yet on Remix. I'd like BFA next. Had some great story and stuff. Just brought down by Azerite armor. I agree. I think BFA with this version of gearing would be a wonderful improvement. And I think a lot of people would be like really pleasantly surprised by all the storylines and zones and questing in BFA, taken in isolation of all of this. Plus, it would be fun and nostalgic for me to get another crack at island expeditions. Especially when you're not grinding them for like Azerite power, you're just doing them for like maybe like a daily quest or something like that. I think doing an island expedition every day during a remix event would be really fun. Started a new tuna remix because I wasn't attached to my monk. How are you today? I'm doing all right today. am having a really good time on the hunter. Although I'm getting a little lost with the kunlai questing, but the important thing is just to keep going. The achievement will happen eventually if I just don't give up. It's the main thing. Bring back Twilight Devastation. I know people really miss it. I'm just not one of them. Twilight Devastation in Rated Arena was the funniest thing. Because people would just, like, you would just get randomly nuked. And there was nothing you could do about it. And there wasn't really anything that the person who had done it to you did about it either. It just happened. A lot of questing kunlai. Yeah. For sure. I also, so I want to, for the sake of this, I want to do Shadowpan Monastery. Let me get in a queue for it. Dungeon Finder specific Shadowpan Monastery. We may as well do the heroic one. What am I in here for? I'm trying to slay, we're slaying mountain goats, and we're marking deposits. Bring back Eternal Palace. Oldir. Am I missing a raid? Eternal Palace, Oldir, and then the last one, Nyalotha. I think that's it. It was the first expansion to get ditch class set, so it wouldn't have as much to collect. Yeah, that's true. They weren't tier sets. Oh yeah, Battle of Dazarlor, that's right. Imagine that. Listen, Crucible of Storms doesn't count. We don't talk about that one. As far as we know, it never happened. New Murloc race? New Murloc Mog. Anytime I can put my character as well as myself into sweatpants, I'm having a good time. Oh, okay, I'm on my way. First time I catch Hazel online. Appreciate your raid guides. Oh, cheers, thanks for watching them. I just need to add Murlocs and Tuskar as a race. I know people that have been living through Dragonflight on a huge supply of blubbery muffins that turn you into a Tuskar. Oh, you get experience for looting that treasure. That's kind of nice. Pretty good. I'd say we've definitely slowed down a bunch, but I think I'm working up to a bunch of quests to turn in. I think it will pick back up in a sec. Ever since they added the Murloc altar transformation toy, a great deal of our raid has been raiding as Murlocs for as much of the raid as we can get away with. I need to find a few more mountain goats. There you go. Watch me get to 70. Right now my plan I think is to get to 70 and then to like get this character all of her armor slots and kind of work on her cloak and work on her gear and get her actually like set up properly to do some real damage in this game. And I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I was a healer so I could get into groups. What am I doing on a hunter? I can see it already, and then we're starting all over again. Make a panda. Although, if we can level to 70 in like 5 hours, it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, this This Yeti has a bow on its horn. Leveling as a BM hunter, it's been great. Oh, ow. Having to redo the achievements to get Rings Trinket's neck has made me not motivated to level an alt. Yeah, I hope they change that. It makes me kind of want to differentiate between characters that I'm leveling just to level and characters that I want to actually play, because it doesn't seem like there's a huge incentive to get all those things done unless you want to play that character at 70. And it's like a pretty reasonably decent time investment just to do it all. Extra agi. That's a pretty big upgrade to shoulders, actually. Same thing with the bracers. Ooh. That add-on is called Narcissus. You cannot currently buy them from the vendor on alts when your main has the achievements. Not unless they've hotfixed it in the last, like, 2 days and no one's told me about it. They are on the vendor just in case your main, like, the achievements aren't account-wide. If your main, like, loses the thing, you can buy another one on that vendor if you, like, scrap it by accident or something like that, but you can't buy it on alts. That would make too much sense. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be very good at this. Is there one of these buttons where you heal? Oh my goodness, you snatch up a nearby hose and take a bite to give you back 30% of your health. Alright, let's just eat them then, I suppose. The Hex thing add-on is Narcissus. That's the gem manager add-on. It's also like a transmog and screenshot add-on, but now it's gem manager add-on. Works good. Kind of a fun quest. Kind of a fun concept. I don't know if actually doing it's any fun. The only quest of this style that I really have a good time with is when they put you on a big rolling ball and you're just doing the Katamari Damacy thing. Just rolling over thousands of flaming gnomes or whatnot. What achievements need to be redone? The ones for the rings, trinkets, and neck. So doing all Pandaria raids on normal or higher, doing all Pandaria dungeons on heroic, doing all the scenarios on heroic. And then there's another one. I forget. Hitting level 70, that might be it. Yeah, otherwise you don't get gear in those slots. And then getting them is a pretty good power upgrade because those gear slots have lots of sockets in them. Prismatic sockets, so you get a bunch more stats for doing it. I need just a couple more hosen. There we go. Can I just drag and ride over there? Well, at least it's not the cosmetics exactly. There's a daily quest to do that too. I don't know about all that. Okay. We're doing pretty decently well on the campaign out here. we gonna push to 70 today? I think so. Or at least I'm gonna try. It slows down a lot, and I've also slowed down some too, just because I'm not terribly good at doing all of these. But you know, we made it from like what 40 something to 61 in a little over an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. I guess I don't know how long I've been out here. I'm also missing my pet. Excuse me. There we go. But yeah, this is the difference between Flabby and me. I'll pull one thing and then be like, all right, I'm helping. And then he'll pull 8 things and then be fine. And generally a lot more efficient. How's our threads doing? 39:20. It's pretty good. 32-hour stream confirmed. I'm not sure about that one, Jay. I haven't started that either. I assume there must be like a breadcrumb quest somewhere, maybe out on this side of things. The Storm Gathers sounds like it would be a good place to start. You're 62. Oh, I'm feeling itchy about having what I'm sure are just all of the wrong talent points, but I'm trying not to worry about it until 70 because I don't want to, you know, I may as well just like plug in a talent build once. So we are sitting in queue for a dungeon. It says 12 minutes. Maybe we'll get to do that soon. Because after that, these two are just normal scenarios. Those two should be pretty easy. Got the Shadowpan camp. Been out there, haven't seen it. Do I need to be max level to get it? I'm not max level. I'm only 62. Yeah, the Shadowpan garrison in the Townlong Steppes. Because that's where I remember having to go to get to the Isle of Thunder when I was trying to do it just like in retail on an alt to farm those raids. I would assume it opens up at the same level as in the remix Wowhead write-up, they have a big chart that tells you what level you can start various things. I think you need to be 50. That would make sense. In the context of the lore of the game, who is telling me to finish him, boot him off the wall? Is that like my conscience? Is that my hunter pet? It's Magni somewhere deep in the subconscious of Azeroth. Somehow. Okay. I'm up to 6,600 bronze again. That's a pretty big upgrade. You level so fast that you do get gear to put on, but it's a little bit fussy just like keeping it equipped and set up, and that's even with an add-on like this. Don't mind me, I'm helping. Osel invaders slain. Oh, I meant to roll in the barrel. That's right. If I was a Mortal Kombat character, what would be my fatality? Oh, it's like getting to know you at a college dorm. Oh, I'm on fire. What if there's just like contagious anxiety where your uncomfortableness is so palpable and comes off you in such waves that the character that you're fighting catches it and then is all of a sudden feeling very uncertain and uneasy in their life and needs to wander off to go sort themselves out again. They just need a vacation after having hung out with you. You're like, listen, we think you're a great person, but you're kind of a bummer. Did you live in a dorm? No. Can't say I have. I wasn't able to get into dorm housing. Sometimes I think that would have made my experience a lot different if I had been able to live on campus, but I wasn't able to get in. Friendship fatality, give a person a cake. Well, these are going nice and fast. Speak with band to ride band's balloon. But he's running away. Maybe I can just get there. Man. I have a feeling I was supposed to find that balloon at the bottom. Oh no, maybe it's this balloon. There we go. We're going up to the monastery. We're good. Although being in one of the Pandaren balloons is just making me feel like I should be taking wildlife photos of passing by dragons. Can I? Is this really necessary? I think it's really necessary. Oh no, I'm stuck in a cutscene. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the cue. I'll try. Oh dear. How could this happen to me? Wait. Oh, my escape key worked. I'm good. I'm in. I get a quest too. I wonder if I've pulled before the tank was here. It's kind of striking me as a possibility. Is the scaling better now? I know they said that they were working on it. I don't know if they put out hotfixes about it yet. It feels fine to me right now, but it might be because this is my second character, so I had a head start. And they've also kind of improved the rate at which you get threads. They've added these spools of threads that drop. So my cloak is a lot stronger than it was at this level on a previous character, and I think that's helping. It's not so much that they've nerfed the scaling, although maybe they did, I don't know, but that they've kind of buffed you against it. Yeah, I queued up for this one specifically because I needed it for the achievement. What's your cloak's XP percentage? It is at 280%. Pretty pleased about that. It feels pretty good. Sometimes I don't know when I press my funeral power button that I already had it on. Do we have to group up on melee for that? Oh no, we did it.
Run out. Heal team.
The main thing I did for my cloak was Heart of Fear once and Mogashan Vaults once. Because I wanted to do them on normal anyways, just for my achievement. I want to eventually get all of them done on this character. I'm kind of holding out hope that they eventually make those achievements account-wide, even though they apparently don't, if they wanted to do it, they would have done it already, but maybe they'll change their minds. It's been known to happen. Scaling's fine. Too late, you're getting gate gap for Pogs if you didn't frog farm at 70. I think that'll kind of fade out over time. Maybe. Especially if they do something about it. There was data mining hints that they were adding ways to kind of categorize whether or not a character had frog farmed. Man, I really want to get to 70 today, but I'm starting to wonder if I'm gonna. I can't stream late today. I have a schedule I gotta keep today. Pardon me. I think Kunlai might be. I think Kunlai Summit might be the longest questing zone. Pardon me. I think the remix style would be a good way for new players to play. I think it would be less complicated to try to get into than Dragonflight. You know, there's like fewer options to contend with. You're not deciding, you know, what expansion you're leveling in, or you don't have professions or really like gold to worry about. They've arguably remix gearing is a lot more straightforward. But a lot of the systems that you're learning about in Remix, like your Tinker and Cogwheel and Metagems, are just not a thing in retail, and that knowledge isn't really going to carry forward or serve you wildly well in the next X pack. I don't know. I think it's great that people to this day are still excited about and trying to find the best entry point to get into WoW. I think that speaks to the staying power the game has. Like how in Remix you don't get a bunch of grays and dumb stuff in your bags. Yeah. Your bags can fill up pretty good with extra gems, but I had a much better time once I started stashing those into my bank. I feel like I've learned to optimize my experience with each all-time meg. Yeah. Yeah, I set up when I reconfigured my office, I set it up so I could rotate out different canvases into that slot. So when Remix is over, I can pick something else. I don't have all of them in mind. I have canvases for Kata, BC, WAD, MOP, and Classic. But I figure the Classic one's a good one to stick back there, like, pretty much all the time, because it's always going to be WoW. Yeah, Blizzard made and sold those. They haven't been available for some time though. They like to put things in their gear store and then take them away forever. They're not in perfect condition or anything, but I'm gonna hold on to those for as long as I earthly can. I got those 7 years ago? That IKEA shelf has also survived a surprising number of moves. Pretty good shape. I guess it helps that its one job in life is just sit on the floor and hold plushies. It doesn't, aside from having moved, it doesn't exactly go through a lot of wear and tear. Got most of the boxes, hold on to those instead. It's pretty cool. I reached a point in my life where I have the WoW collectibles you see behind me, and I like those, and I don't want any more. I'm like actively avoiding getting any more because I just don't want to try to make more room to display or store or manage anything. I feel like I like my plushie collection and my canvases, but that's all I want. I don't want like collector's boxes or statues or Funko Pops or even any more plushies or anything like that. I'm all set. I don't think more would make me any happier than the ones that I have already do. Am I helping? Yeah, I'm beast cleaving somewhat. I have so many quests in my quest log. What if they drop Warcraft Squishmallows? I think I'd still probably be okay. It's the same thing. I have Squishmallows and I like them. And if you're not careful, I'm going to give you a guided tour of introducing each of their names and personalities again, because I know that's your favorite thing ever. But I have enough. I have enough. I have a variety of voids in my personality, but none of them are going to be filled with more stuff. I'm going to be the same amount of everything, with or without additional plushies in my life. That's what they always say. Alright. The exception is if I ever release a custom plushie of Moose or Kira. But Moose in particular, because he's such a, like, Kira could be encapsulated pretty well by almost any depiction of a gray tabby cat, because she is a gray tabby cat and that is what she looks like. But Moose doesn't look exactly like really anything that would be off the shelf. You would need to get it custom built. Only plush I would buy is if they made a massive boomkin. Like this? Or does it need to be more massive? Are you thinking like life size? I don't know. Before you get your hopes up too much, I don't know if they sell and make these anymore. I have a feeling they don't. It was hard to get a hold of in the first place. They originally sold them at BlizzCon, and they eventually did a run on the gear store. But again, it was a long time ago. But I think that's funny because they did specifically make that exact thing. Oh, I'm dead. Hello, Hazel. Hello. How are you? I wonder if they would ever do a Moonkin onesie. I know they've done the Murloc ones over the years. It would be cute if they did like a Fleece Moonkin one. Maybe they already have and I'm just remembering it. Love a Moonkin onesie. IRL flap. Those onesies are always really warm. It's impossible to be cold when you're wearing an enormous bag of fleece. If they made Retail WoW have 2 settings, OP like Remix or normal, which one do you think most people would play? I think that Remix is kind of like candy. I think that it's really fun. Sometimes, for now, occasionally. I think that if it was the norm all the time, you would get used to it and you would get adjusted to it and it wouldn't feel overpowered anymore. For it to be fun to be overpowered, you need to have a reference point against which you feel overpowered. Otherwise, you're just speeding gameplay up for no reason.
Run out.
Uh-huh. 4172 threads. I guess what I'm going to be working on mainly at level 70 is just finishing my, I mean, getting my gear slots, of course, but finishing the Kunlai achievement, because I don't think I'm going to be done all of those questings, all that questing by then. This is the last heroic dungeon I need, though. I'm just gonna dismiss my pet in case we're... Oh no, we're not jumping. We're going. I also have a couple of dailies to turn in for doing the scenario in the dungeon after this one. That'll be kind of nice. A couple more spools. Yeah, basically lasts so much longer now with more talent points. It's great. I wish unlocking each class trading hall alt color mog wasn't to all complete the landfall achievement. Wish it was something different for each class. Gonna get real old. Oh, you needed to do it. Yeah, is that... I'm guessing based on this that that's not account wide and that you have to do it on each character that you want that transmog on. Oh, that's so disappointing. That's a lot of the same achievement. I mean, I'm imagining the achievement doesn't take like ages and ages to do. It's just going to be really repetitive. You can buy them on one character. Oh, that makes more sense. Just buy them all. There you go. Cammy, thank you for the 8-month resub. Appreciate it.
Killads.
There's a crisis averted.
In fact.
I gained and lost a problem all in like the space of 45 seconds. That's good news. Have you done it more than once already?
Interrupt.
Mm-hmm. And then that's great because that gets it done for... Haha. That puts me up to 64. Half not. There you go. Minor spool and an eternal spool. And then another one. Yeah, it's not bad, but I also don't think I'm getting to 70 today. It was not super far off. Brian Demodulated, thank you very much for the bits. Thanks for all your enjoyable content, Hazel. Ah, shucks. What level did I start at? I want to say 40 something, but I couldn't tell you specifically. I couldn't tell you more specifically than that. Made some pretty strong progress on this achievement, though. It doesn't look like it, but there's only 2 things left for the looking for group achievement. And the campaign achievement, I think I'm also like a decent chunk of the way towards. Yeah, there we go. I just got another. I just need 3 more little hubs. Is one of them 1 keg? The Village, Temple of the White Tiger, and the Thunder King. Oh, there's a Temple of the White Tiger has a bazaar in it too. That's nice. Our threads are up to 4362. And then I've got my bag's all full of green gear again. I'm gonna have to scrap again. I have another 8600 bronze. We must have earned more than 20k bronze today on stream just from questing and stuff. Finding the NPC in the North Beach to kick off the quest line for the village bit. Noted. I do have some upgrades, but they're not like such a big deal that I feel like I should do them now. I can always do this later. I only have another 10 minutes or so today. And then I need to start wrapping up. I wonder if tomorrow, if I'm gonna want to do 70 stuff, or if I'm gonna talk myself into starting another alt. It's just so fun to level alts with the buff and with the big head start you get. But I feel like I'll be missing out if I don't. I feel like I'll be missing out if I don't, you know, stick to one character and actually try to get it set up properly. At least I got to do at least one. Am I really doing a hunter? Why not do a hunter? I don't know. I feel like the raid groups will taper off soon. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because I'm sure there's lots of people that want to farm like a lot of bronze, and that's gonna, I guess, be one of the strong ways of doing it at endgame. Alt cloaks seem to be working as intended. I don't know that they've changed anything, but I think it is working correctly per their intention anyway. Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. People might burn it quick. The first character leveling is by far the slowest, by like a pretty strong margin. Your second character is going to start with a flat. Assuming that you got your cloak powered up enough on your main, your second character will start with a flat 100% experience bonus to build on. And you can stack that up much higher if you then go doing raids on that character as well. Constant changes and uncertainty is pretty exhausting. The thing I try to remember is I try to discern between changes that impact me and what I'm going to do with my day and changes that don't. Like, if I'm going to do something regardless of how good it is, or like whether it's been buffed, or, you know, if I'm going to level an alt, whether it gets 100% or 150% XP or whatever it is, then it doesn't really matter and I don't need to pay that much attention to that particular change. But if there's a change that they're going to make that's going to make me want to do something different or prioritize different achievements, or like, I don't know, not level an alt or whatever it is, then that's the kind of thing I'd pay more attention to. And they have been doing a lot of work and hot fixes, which I'm glad they have been, because they've been improving it on the whole. but I just try to, you know, eyeball them to figure it. Does this actually, you know, change my day in any meaningful way, or is this just something that people are going to complain about because they need something to talk about? Bronze is not account wide, but the things that you purchase with it are. They get all those quests done? I guess so. This character definitely feels stronger at 65 than my first one did. I think for my last couple of minutes of stream, I'm gonna go back to the bazaar and maybe do a little bit of gear sorting and shopping, because I've got some more bronze to spend. I can get another couple mounts. Boxes. I think I'm just gonna hearth and do all this stuff at a shrine. Perfectly good spot. Hit 67 last time, my first character, and man, did mobs get hard. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking to the vendor. We need to put on upgrades. I really should just like bite it and install pawn or something like that to try to like highlight the item level upgrades in my bags so that I can find them a little more easily than this, but this is working for now, and at least I don't have to shuffle the gems around anymore. Pretty small upgrade. That's a pretty big upgrade. That's a lot of item level. Sometimes a piece just falls behind for a while and you don't get any upgrades in that slot, and then all of a sudden you find something and you're like, whoa, I was still wearing what now? Excuse me. Anything worth spending bronze on for the first character? I mean, I just bought a bunch of mounts. I've just been collecting stuff off the vendors. I've been not worrying too much about investing bronze in the character's power beyond maybe like getting some tinker gems right off the start just so you can have good ones while you're leveling. But outside of that, I've just been cruising and shopping. I'm doing the mounts first, and then I'm going to start getting into transmog sets, I think. I did see that Glyph of Shadow got added. It's too late for me, though. I don't want to say that Smelly Shellfish is done, but he is kind of retired. I'm pretty happy with the rated bronze acquisition. I think I can get everything I'm looking for pretty nicely. Should be good. Okay, anything else need combining? Oh, those are Versa gems. I guess I might want to wear a Versa gem. I don't know. Shouldn't write them off. And then, let's see, put our, pardon me, not Soul Tether, Funeral Pyre back on. There we go, not too bad. Okay, I have 9,429 bronze to spend, which sounds like I can get at least 2 more mounts, and we got 2 already. Oh yeah, I can also turn in these dailies, that's right. Oh! I don't know how I did it. Maybe it was just luck, but I got a legendary Greater Spool of Eternal Thread. How many threads is this worth? I'm starting at 4,414. And that's giving me 180 agility. My character fell down. Huge main stat update. 4594 now. Nice. I think that's just lucky. Narcissus is the add-on that helps with gem slotting. It is linked in that add-on spreadsheet. Oh, Greater Spool of Eternal Thread. Holy smokes. Another 180 agility. Nice. I'm up to 4,798, almost 4,800 threads in the cloak, and I'm only level 65. I'm pleased with that. Dailies give legendary threads now. I'm going to have to do the... Well, I don't know if I'll do the raid one. Be not a bad idea. I have 10k bronze. Excuse me, Hemet. You are my first stop here. So I have the first page collected. I have the second page collected. I'm just working on page 3 because pages 4 and 5 I have already. Those are already mounts that were available previously from bosses and world bosses and whatnot. So I've got those all sorted. I'm just trying to fill out these ones. So I guess we're looking for 2 more Pterodactyls, Jade and Amber. Assuming I don't want to skip ahead and start the Quillins early. Or the Windsteeds. May as well work through it in order. Don't see any good reason why not. I have a feeling I'm just going to forget that I have these mounts, and then one day I'll be browsing for a mount for a alt to ride, and I'll just come across one and be like, this is perfect. The most memorable remix mount so far, the August Phoenix is pretty, but it's hard to argue with the Little Red Riding Goat. It's just... I mean, gnomes look almost normal on them. My male troll looked ridiculous because his feet were like clipping through the floor. Based on level, higher levels get higher quality threads for the daily, so you're raking it in. But we also got a couple new Terror Wings. I got this one earlier in the stream. That's a nice color. I like that. I think we just got this one, the amber one. Try to go with a male panda. It's just unbelievable. We should be able to attach rockets to little goats so it can fly. Went so hard in the first few days that the only mounts I need now are the Thundering Onyx Cloud Serpent and the Corcoran Scorpion one. Oh. What was your favorite way to get bronze? Did you frog farm for it? 272. Oh, yeah. More or less. Cool. All right. Well, I only need another handful of mounts, and then I'm going to be able to start collecting transmog sets. I think class sets are going to be pretty high on my list, I guess. Actually, hang on. Isn't there like... Look. These sets, these updated Shadow Pin armor sets, those, I have to get that, right? That's important. And then you get into like just raid sets, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just start buying stuff. Making sure I cleared all the quests in the zones and then dungeons. Didn't know about frog farming until they nerfed it. Yeah, you can see armor sets for all classes on OneTune. If you go and you select all here, some vendors don't need you to do that, and then some of them do. But you can buy and see those sets. So yeah, for the class apparel, he's going to show me the hunter arsenal and the hunter gear first, but if we open it up to all, we can then go shopping for the rest of it. With the right achievements, of course. Well, it is officially 12:02 p.m. and I'm out of time for the day, but I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday morning stream. Most likely remix again. I think that it might be my first day to be noodling around in a 70, assuming that I get this character to 70. I appreciate your company. Thank you very much for being here today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.